The myth of Sisyphus is a fairly well-known one, being Sisyphus was punished to roll a boulder up a hill only for it to roll back down every time it almost reached the top, recycling this action for eternity. Now, hear me out. Minecraft SMPs, survival multiplayer servers. Scrolling through a Minecraft fans for you page, pretty much all you see is recycled content, or as Ludwig would say, yoink and twists. The concept of finding someone else's idea and changing it ever so slightly to be more entertaining to the newest popular demographic. I mean, take the Life series for example. A new fan series probably comes out every week. Why do people watch any of them if it's the same premise each time? Because the journey changes. So why keep rolling the boulder if you're just gonna have to walk it back down and repeat? Why continue making videos on a series if soon you're just gonna pack up and start a new one in a couple months anyways? To that, dear viewer, I ask, are you closer to an absurdist or a nihilist? In Greek mythology, hope is portrayed as a weakness, a burden. Zeus's greatest punishment for Pandora was hope, as that was what would make her suffer. She was burdened with hardship for the rest of time, or as a Reddit user would phrase it in the context of Sisyphus, the hill matters less than the walk back down, that quiet return when there is no hope left to distract him. No fantasy of escape, only lucidity. So, where does this align with Minecraft media in general? Well, it begs the question, why join an SMP in the first place? Is it about the content that comes out of it? Is it about what you learned, about the things you felt yourself yearning for in the process? The cliche of the friends you made along the way? Why join an SMP if when it's over you'll probably never access the server again and forget all about the media? Do you spend your days learning to build and creating realms of your imagination knowing that one day you'll close your PC for the last time? Why use Minecraft as an outlet of your creativity if it's so likely your creations can't be preserved? In short, what's it all for? Well, the difficult thing about this question is there is no definitive answer. We're doing philosophy, not math. I mean, the question itself was never designed to be answered. Furthermore, Pandora's box was never meant to be opened. What good can come from searching for an answer that doesn't exist? Ahem. These myths are designed to make you question, well, everything really. I mean, what was Camus trying to ask when he wrote this? What was he trying to achieve? Was he trying to make his viewers go out of their mind trying to get behind what this story is even trying to convey? Gosh, I'm getting King in Yellow flashbacks. I mean, why search for an answer in the first place, right? Like, I'm not obliged to write this. You're not obligated to keep watching. You can turn off this device right now if you would like. But then you would really be doing what I told you and ridding yourself a use of free will. Which makes me think, free will. Why was Sisyphus pushing the boulder? Was it because he was being forced to, or because he didn't know how to stop? From what I've heard, people like the journey. That's what they believe everything is really for. But I can't help but wonder what they do during the walk back down. Maybe it's my anxiety for the future, but I find myself blinded by the thought of heading back to where I started. One could argue each voyage is a new experience, where you learn something valuable to improve your life. But, with that logic, if ignorance is bliss, why strive to keep pushing? See, this is my problem with solving Camus' stories. All my questions lead to nothing but more questions. But I, must persevere. I can't act all high and mighty, though. I can sense the plank in my eye just rereading this. What gives me the right to even wonder about all of this in the first place? For they tell me it only does more harm than good, that I'll trip myself out researching this literature, and it's hard to argue when it's so easy to achieve. I can't imagine this was at all on Sisyphus's mind. However, I find myself enjoying the restart. In spite of having to work so hard to reset myself up for success, I find comfort in the beginning. The sense of nostalgia in getting back up again, no matter the outcome. As much anxiety comes with a clean slate, the unnerving sense of security in repeating history always causes me to come back. One could argue there is no intended focal point, and the story is meant to be taken as it is, wholly. I mean, how do you find purpose in a project knowing it's going to be over soon? You think about the ones trying to comfort yourself, right? But what about that awkward phase between projects, where everything is just still? What then? Do you force yourself to pursue empty passions to pass time? Or are you so overcome with excitement that you forget all about your past? Another project is simply just another project? How do you even begin to combat impending doom? I mean, this kind of question is daunting for sure, but I don't think it's unsolvable. For starters, what do you define as doom? Some may say death, others may say falling into a deep depression or losing touch with faith. That doesn't make it easier to combat, though. I think the first thing is to find where your morals align. Find what you believe in and keep it close to your heart. Nevertheless, is watching all you've worked for fall apart considered doom? I mean, yeah, it's horrible. But is that the worst thing that can happen? Is it worth the knowledge gained? Absurdists believe life and everything in itself is meaningless, but spend their lives doing everything to find a meaning regardless. Like knowing that as soon as your last chunk of hope flashes in front of you, it will be taken away, but making your peace with the fact and moving on. Like, somewhere in the midst of hardship, you smile knowing that this is the worst of it. Sisyphus knew that there was no way left to punish him, and it's quite possible he took pride in that. So, in knowing that whatever's next can't be worse than what you've already experienced, do you even need to combat it at all? Despite all of this, I don't think any of this was on accident. Call it fate or chance, I will call it Jesus. I think we are all meant to be friends as we are such a sweet community. There's an infinite amount of microscopic decisions the 14 of us have had to make since entering this planet, and I don't think that many variables would create this situation for no reason. I'm so incredibly lucky to be surrounded by these fruitful minds that I have the pleasure of calling my friends. Whether it be the pushing of the boulder, the walk back down, or the things I've gained along the way, I think I would choose to be T in every scenario. The reality is, however, we can only be in one scenario at a time, and I've chosen to bask in it for my remainder on this world. Maybe Pandora was never supposed to open her box, but I don't think she regrets her decision. After all, what's life without passion, searching without knowing? I would like to wholeheartedly thank you all for watching, and I can't wait for you to see what I have in store next. Goodbye, my lovely teacups, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!
When you joined this server, you made a deal. It's far too late to go back now.
My intention was never to lose myself, I just wanted to make friends.
That's not how contracts work.
Why can't we just make an agreement, one where I'm free to live as who I once was?
No matter what we compromise, you'll never be the same. It seems your name is not the only thing you're forgetting.
Please, just what can I do?
I'll give you one offer. However, if you decline, you'll be stuck in this world forever. You only get one chance after all.
Anything. I'll literally do anything. Just please, get me out of here.
Sign this first. I'm not letting you back out this time.
Fine.
Welcome back to your memories, T. Now for a deal. You'll be sent to a new server. In return, no one will remember who you once were. It's simple, really. Your memories for theirs. If anyone even has the faintest idea of you, it'll be corrupted. The T who abided in BUILDTEMBER will forever be banished from their memories, replaced with a faint shadow of a member who was known as Tay.
No one will know who I am.
Be grateful I even spared your memories. Go home, T.
And do what? Just live with the fact that all I do will be invalidated? I'll just be stuck knowing that my internal neglect is waiting for me until the next server starts?
Hold your tongue. There are many in a far worse position than you. Go home.
Whatever.
I've let the conductor know you're coming. Head to the portal and they'll meet you at the gate. There should be your uniform attached. And remember, you have one shot. Don't mess this up.